how did you prepare for your character, especially physically? How was the training process?
All the women on the show trained together for just over a month before we started shooting the show and continued wrestling throughout the process of shooting. So Chavo Guerrero Jr., pro wrestler, legacy, was our trainer, and he really taught us wrestling from the ground up. We started with footwork and just like feeling the ropes and getting comfortable being in the ring, and then we moved slowly on to back bumps and did stuff on pads, then removed the pads, then developed longer sequences together, and yeah.
It really changed also how I exercised outside of the show. You know, I was
Absolutely.
so used to exercising in an actress way, sort of for the beach and for, you know, your obliques and your triceps, and then you're done. And then I started to exercise for function and strength and energy.
Yeah, it definitely took that part out of my brain of just trying to be as little as possible.
Right.
And now I wanted to get really strong. And both of us were doing intense strength training outside of the ring.
Yeah, bulking up.
And did you suffer any injuries on set?
No, not at all. We had an amazing stunt coordinator, Shauna Duggins, who was with us throughout all of our training and every day on set. And her top priority was safety. So she was all about kind of learning the moves from Chavo and breaking down the mechanics of them to teach us the safest way to do them. And they did a great job. They really took care of us.
Yeah, and Chavo has been wrestling since he was a toddler. So a lot of the moves, he'd be like, oh, no, you just run and do it. You just flip over. And Shauna would be like, well, wait, let's break this down
Let
for
me
safety.
translate.
Yeah.
And have you seen the original show in order to prepare the roles?
Yeah. I started out watching some clips and some episodes of the original show just to get a grasp on what it was, because it's a totally unique thing. But then I took a step back from watching it because our characters in the show are not based on any of the real women. You know, we sort of use the idea of the show as a jumping off point, and all our characters are fictionalized. So I really wanted to develop my character myself from the inside out and not accidentally kind of base her on any of those women.
Yeah, you can sort of tell in the original Glow that so many of their characters came from that actress's imagination and the ideas that she brought to the ring. And once we got that sort of thesis statement, we're like, okay, I'm going to go do the same thing.
And how will you like Ruth and Debbie to evolve the relationship? Because it's like a roller coaster.
It is. You know, I really love that the way that Liz and Carly have created this relationship and sort of where you see it land by the end of season 1, it's such a slow burn. Nothing comes very easily to these women in terms of their relationship or anything, really. But I like that because there's a major break in their relationship, a horrible, misuse of trust, and Ruth is going to have to earn it back like they both have to. I like that it's not something that can be resolved in 10 episodes.
Yeah, and they get to reconnect in a way through wrestling in a way that they probably should have even before this betrayal happened. They get to work on their friendship sort of from square one.
And Betty, your character, Debbie, is a single mom, is a soap opera actress, is a wrestler. I think it's one of the most complex and versatile roles of the show, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think Debbie being a new mother and suddenly on her own, I think she's feeling access to these parts of herself that she had almost forgotten about, and that she, as an actress, had sort of just used this much of herself and sort of forgot that there are these depths of rage and power also to be mined.
And Alison, you start seeing BoJack Horseman.
Yes.
Now in Glow.
Yeah.
Can we see that you're a Netflix girl?
I am absolutely a Netflix girl. I like to joke around with my husband that we're a Netflix household because he works on the show Easy for Netflix, and he's actually done an episode of BoJack Horseman as well. I love working for Netflix. I just think they're making so many great projects right now. I love watching Netflix, and I like being a part of it. I enjoy the artistic freedom that they allow their creators and their actors.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.